Ok. 3 secondi.
Look, I think companies have a responsibility to think about what their consumers need. Within Unilever, we're very fortunate to have a portfolio that spans every single price point that you can think about. We need to think about affordability of consumers, of where they live in the world, and what their current economic circumstances that they're facing into. So I think it's important to go back to what is your shopper looking for and how do you best serve your product in the best way, and making sure that you're available in the channels that they shop. So many fantastic projects that we're working on within Unilever at the moment. Within digital commerce, there are a few critical projects that we're working on. Firstly, data foundations. In a world where AI is exploding, we're trying to thread together all of the data components, whether that's from retailers, whether that's our first party data, and really put the foundations in place. So that's one. I think the second area is really around how do we design for online, whether that's content, whether that's product, whether that's logistics. We've still got quite a lot to do to be able to service right when it comes to all things online. And the third area is new business models, and one in particular that's really standing out is social commerce. We're learning a lot from what's happening in our Chinese business, fast growing business in Southeast Asia, and we're now starting to see companies like TikTok really expand into new markets. So we're really accelerating the growth of this new business model. It's a big question, but I think there are a couple of key things that I would probably foresee will happen. I think generative AI will start to be how we live our lives. So I think it will change jobs, and it will change what we see today with all things online. We'll take out the heavy process work and really start to be much more efficient. And I think that will also help the foundations of online become more profitable. So I think that's one area. I think we'll see a number of new business models. I talked about social commerce a little bit earlier on, and I think we'll start to see more business models come up. I think we'll also see new legislation come in as we see big companies, whether it's Google, Meta or Amazon, start to take more share in the marketplace. I think there'll be increasingly a bigger amount of legislation. And then finally, I would think we're moving to an area of channel-less commerce. Omni-channel, physical, digital, whatever people want to call it. I think we'll start to see much more intertwining happening in how people shop and what they experience, whether that's online or offline. This conference stands out for me because it's in a beautiful location. I've got the opportunity to look across the River Thames, but more than that, it's the opportunity to meet with like-minded people that work in the industry, so fantastic for networking, but also hear very inspirational speakers about what's going on in their business and what could be some of the takeaways that I could bring back to my teams and my business to implement.